Somehow or another, with the old RDX, Acura lost sight of the idea that, you know, in this class of vehicle, functionality always trumps form. So the idea here is to give you a vehicle that first and foremost executes the job of taking you to the golf club, and that means your golf partner's in the back seat. Now, this class of buyer, of course, getting a little bit older, wants lots of room. And sure enough, look at this. I've got decent entry into here, but more importantly, look at this. This front seat's adjusted for me. I'm over 6 feet tall, and I've got plenty of backseat leg room and knee room here, and even room over my head. So I could ride back here, you know, around to the Arizona country clubs and really enjoy myself without being, you know, stuffed in there. But of course, I gotta have a place for the golf clubs. Let me show you what's in the back. You need a big cargo area here. Naturally, this door opens up to this big wide area here. And you know, this isn't bad at all. I think you could squeeze 4 sets of clubs. But if you needed a little more room and you didn't have anybody in the back seat, this is how easy it is to drop those seats. 1, 2, and we've got a pretty much fold flat back seat cargo area here. So if not golf clubs, well, you can bring home that furniture from IKEA. Cabin. I think it's really nicely laid out, and finally the whole message about functionality and simplicity really seems to have sunk into those people at Acura. It took a long time. Maybe disastrous sales had you know, something to do with that, and this goal of becoming the, you know, a legitimate premium automaker around the world. The steering wheel's nice and fat and meaty. Visibility is quite reasonable. You know, very clean instruments. I think the most important part of the interior here, though, is how much simplified it is. I mean, Acura used to have controls right down the center that were, it was just a, you know, a barrage of knobs and buttons, and it was confusing. It's like all sorts of redundancies. This center console, nicely cleaned up. It's very easy to manage your inputs for your stereo, your navigation system, your Bluetooth, your all this sort of thing. It's just very, very cleaned up, which is about time. But you know, it's the drive in the RDX which was the biggest thing that had to change. I mean, the previous generation had a turbocharged 4-cylinder engine. It was very jittery. The throttle just came on really aggressively, and just about everybody who bought it said, geez, could we have a V6? And sure enough, this Acura RDX, the 2013, does have a V6, 3.5 liters, around 270 horsepower. It's a very functional V6. And it should do the job of smoothing out the drive, and in fact it does.